When I was 15, the first day of school was probably the hardest because I had been raped 2 weeks before it started.
Feeling that anger that I have towards the person who abused me and the anger towards myself, that like who could ever do something like that to somebody and be okay with it?
I guess I felt like I didn't have any control in my life, and cutting was the only control that I could really harness and really take into account.
When I was 14, during the cross practice, I watched my best friend die, and then from then on, 5 of my other friends died. Still remember walking back from that, all of a sudden my view of the world was completely different. I didn't really feel 14 again. I felt burdened by things that 14-year-olds don't normally have to endure.
He had a friend that committed suicide in front of a train. There were also 3 other boys that committed suicide during the time the temple was there. And he began to just show very reckless behavior. Cutting himself, he was smoking pot.
I knew that she was using drugs, all kinds of drugs. She even came to the point where she stole the car and have an accident. I was looking for her. Police was looking for her. I don't know where to start and where to finish.
They didn't know that if I was gonna be there the next day. They didn't know if I was gonna go crazy and kill myself. They didn't know that.
I was overweight for a while. My parents were kind of upset about my weight, and I really wanted for them to be proud of me, and I didn't want to get bullied in school. Felt so alone and without purpose or motivation, and it just didn't seem like there was any point in going on.
Avenue will pop at 105 for an overdose from fire alarm. They have rescue responders.
The toughest thing for these young people, adolescents, to come into wilderness is that they are completely out of their context. Their entire identity is wrapped up with their crew, and oftentimes, a crew of friends who are pretty into destructive behaviors, things that are very unhealthy. And when they're taken away from those reference points and put out into the nature of the wilderness, they have to find out who they are on their own. This is what helps them.
What I've found here is just connecting with people again and not isolating myself when I get really sad.
When you send your child here, you have doubt because you've been living in doubt. When they come here and you don't see what they're doing every day and you have no idea what's happening, and the only way that you're able to have any communication with them is through writing on a weekly, basis. Yes, there's fear, but when you arrive into the medicine tent and you go through graduation and you know that your child has had one of the greatest experiences, and this has been a major impact on him.
And here, I I'm working on experiencing anger and not turning it internally and like feeling other things besides sad.
My dreams and my goals are to have built a animal shelter in the Navajo reservation and also to be in medical school. I really wanted to go into medical school for a long time and like, have a good relationship with my family.
Man, if I can do this, if I can climb a mountain, like there it is, you know. Like there's so much more I can do with myself in my life.
We have had many families come back and say this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be in this place right now with the struggles that we've been having as a family, to have the support and the emotional safety of our team to actually address these particular issues is something that they'll never forget.
It doesn't matter whether 5 or 10 years from now, they're going to be there for you. And when you think of them, they're going to support you.
I was speechless. I don't even make for a whole year how much it costs just to send a child to the wilderness therapy. I'm thankful for the Sky's the Limit Fund and for their help, because if there's not that help, my daughter might not be here today with us. Knowing that the people like a Sky's the Limit Fund exist makes me feel better, that we are not alone out there, that there's always someone to help. We just have to look for it.